Good morning, YouTube. Home Theater Joe here, and as usual, I hope y'all are happy, healthy, and doing well. Look, we got to throw this one up real quick. It's about service menu stuff. We have a very good friend of the community posted in the comments section. So, man, I just wanted to make a quick video about this. And I'm probably a little late to the party here, but hopefully this will help my guy out, and this will help any of you guys out that have service menu questions. And specifically, we're going to be dealing with the white balance, or the RGB, excuse me, the RGB menu in the white balance menu. So first things to note here, I guess I should show you that I am on the C10. So we'll do that real quick, just so we know where we are. Let's see here. Yeah, okay. So we're on the 77 C10. Just so we're clear about that. We're at 4,400 hours. Also, I am up to date for 30.35. So let's talk about this white balance service menu. All right, now listen. This is something to be said as well. Anytime I pull up any menu with this remote, I'm going to hit adjust, then 04 white 3. As you can see, I have white balance, so we're going to go down here to white balance. Now, anytime we're here doing anything, no matter what menu we're in, whether it's the in-start menu, adjust menu, and what other sub menu you're in from there, you need to be recording these numbers. It's very important in case something happens. For instance, you could be working with your service remote in the service menu, and maybe your 4-year-old has your regular user remote. Let's see, where did mine go? So you're working with your service menu remote. The 4-year-old has your regular user remote, and he starts pressing buttons. That will change. As you can see, this remote, you see there? This remote works. I'm just going to put this remote down because I don't like that. But you need to make sure that that remote is not floating around when you're working with your service remote. So let me go back in here into the white balance. Again, it's very important that we use our phone, or we just simply write this down. I'm obviously using my cell phone right now, but I would be taking pictures of all these original values, okay, just so I know. Let me talk about color temperature for a second. In medium, all my LG displays, every single one of them, for medium, they do 192 all the way down. If you notice, up until the C1, they kept you in the medium color space while you were gaming. In the C1 now, it's moved to warm, to be more accurate. But 192 all the way down gives you full dynamic range. Okay, this is a C10. That's why it's still set to 192 all the way down. That's why it's still set to medium in the game space, which I've changed mine to warm. But here is the important, also, cuts. Don't mess with cuts, all right? We don't need to do that. Not yet, anyway. We don't need to mess with cool. We don't need to mess with medium. We don't need to mess with warm. By the way, this display is in a raw, uncalibrated state. I'm actually starting at 170 and 130 to try to bring my white balance, to bring my RGB balance closer at 109% white. So that's why these numbers are here now. Do not copy these numbers, but the warm, okay, color temperature, this is the important one. This is what we need to balance our RGB with our 109% white, okay, because warm's going to be our most accurate temperature. This is going to be the gold end of the day. What I really want to talk about more is the service menu. So for warm temperature, this number, it's always, you need to have the original, but this is not the original number, okay, for this display. And every panel is going to be different. I need to say that. This is a factory calibration done by the manufacturer at the factory, okay? And it is not, what they try to do is just dial it to D65, but every panel has variance and every panel's different. So this warm setting is going to be different out of the box than the next C10 I throw next to it. Conversely, the medium will be exactly the same, and probably the cool, all right? If you go down here and press this reset number, you're going to end up with a nasty service menu message in the in-start portion menu. I've covered that before, but the idea is you never want to hit reset. Also, I have seen many people, many calibration gurus and experts on YouTube show their panels, and you'll see their backlight is at whatever. Well, if you want to calibrate that 100%, listen, I'm getting into the weeds. We need to be talking about service menu here and some important facts. Don't use your user remote when you're using the service remote. Make sure that's put up somewhere else. Before you start messing with any menu you go into, you need to record the settings. The warm is going to be different for every panel. That's a panel variant thing. So the only way, if you have changed your values and you don't remember them, the only way you're really gonna do what you need to do is calibrate that RGB balance at that 100% white to get the correct numbers. Now 192, you're always gonna leave the same. I'm not gonna go into weeds. You're always gonna leave 192 the same. The green and blue is what you're gonna change. So the most important message here is document your settings before you play, all right? And I'm guilty of this, but I just saw this as a good little PSA to everybody out there. And while I'm thinking about it, I'm not done by far with the LG Sony pixel refresher debate, not by a long shot, because I don't agree with anybody else out here, and I just keep seeing it. It keeps popping up on my YouTube from, even now a couple weeks ago. And I had no idea this was such an issue, a big deal, but it is. And I'm gonna get at that different time. But it's very important what we've talked about here with the service menu, especially the white balance. More importantly, any menu you're in, and I'll just show you real quick. Well, hey, look here, adjust white balance, not good. That came from hitting that reset button. So I will encourage no one to ever hit the reset button inside that white balance menu. But here we can see all the options. You can't go through and change these, but I can change all these HDMIs. Look at how much things you can change in the service menu. So if you're not taking pictures of these menus, like, first of all, you shouldn't be in most of these anyway. But if you're not taking pictures of these and recording the original values, it could be a bad thing. So always record the original values to whatever you're doing. Understand that service menu is you have to respect it. So I just really wanted to throw that out there this morning. I hope that the comments I left our friend in the comments section really helped. I hope he gets those soon, but I had to hop on immediately and just try to get that out there. So yeah, I think that's about it. I can probably wrap a medium-sized bow on this one. I don't know how far we are at this point, but I guess this is where I say if you have any questions or comments, you can drop them right down below. Good, bad, or indifferent, they only help the community, only help us grow stronger. That's all good stuff. I guess you know what time it is. As always, thank you for listening. Be good. Be safe.